What's up, internet? It's your boy blakinola here, giving you something a little bit different. So let me give you some backstory here. I've always wanted to do more on-camera stuff in the form of vlogs and skits and other stuff. I found myself asking myself, what is something that the League community needs? Well, there's no one really giving the news as to what's going on in the PBE. Now, Mubi and the staff are already handling that really well at Surrender at 20, but there's nobody visually giving the news. Some people can't be bothered to read, and so I'm trying to fill that niche to give people what they need in the form of just looking and getting the information. And if they want to continue reading, they can go onto the website and go ahead and get more detail. So I'm here to give you the run-of-the-mill about what's going on in the League community, what's happening with the PBE and all that stuff, and hopefully you guys will like it. So thank you for sticking around, and without further ado, let's just jump right into it, shall we? I'm going to try and do a weekly recap, so if there is a lack of content, I might roll it over to the next week. So sometimes there'll be a show every week, sometimes it might be every other week. It depends on what they decide to tease us with on the PBE. So please give me some feedback as to what you think about this show, and hopefully it all goes good. First up, hot off the PBE is some new skins. We've got 3 new skins for 3 new champions. There's Slayer Jinx, Zombie Nunu, and Slayer Pantheon. Now, Slayer Jinx and Pantheon seem like something out of Mad Max. They've got some crazy weaponry going on. They look like they've seen some horrible things and are well equipped to deal with them. They're going a little bit beyond palette swaps with some different effects on abilities, and if you peep a little closer, you can see some extra detail on things like Jinx's rocket launcher. Why does that bottle have her name on it? What's going on here? All of her abilities and particles have new effects, so for all you Jinx players out there, I'm sure you guys are going to love this skin. Same thing goes with Slayer Pantheon. What he is throwing out and how he's dealing damage to his opponents is probably not legal. Now, Pant's rocking a chainsaw spear, a jetpack, and a spiked bulwark. Last and certainly not least, we've got Zombie Nunu. Now, he's sporting a green color, and he kind of looks like an abomination. He's got some disgusting looking particle effects, vomiting on people, and it's really smelly probably. So all you Nunu players that don't really see that often, I think you're gonna have a reason to play him again. If you want to check out how the skins look and sound, look no further than the skin spotlights. I'll link the videos in the description, and you can check out the post at Surrender at 20 for more information. In addition to new skins, it looks like some champions have gotten some lore updates also. I'll read an excerpt from Mordekaiser. All things must die, and yet I live on. The baleful revenant Mordekaiser is among the most terrifying and hateful spirits haunting the Shadow Isles. He's existed for countless centuries, shielded from true death by necromantic sorcery and the force of his own dark will. Those who dare face Mordekaiser in battle risk a horrific curse. He enslaves his victims' souls to become instruments of destruction. And he's got a new title. He's the Lord of Death rather than the Master of Metal. I think it's a bit more fitting for him. And it looks like more participants from the Shadow Isles also got some lore treatment, including Callista, Thresh, and a couple others. For all you Kha'Zix players out there, it looks like the alien bug has gotten a little bit of fine-tuning in terms of visuals for his isolation mechanic. Veteran Kha'Zix players may have found that playing the Mecha Kha'Zix skin provided a clearer sight of who's isolated and who's not, compared to his Sand one and his default skin. So the other skins have been updated to bring a bit more polish to that aspect and make it far easier to see. For all those who had the unfortunate pleasure of dealing with bad summoners, whether it be AFKs or just giving you a bad experience, the report system has gone through a little bit of an overhaul. Some of the older options have been removed completely, not making sense with how the game is now, for a bit more accurate and streamlined reporting experience. So if you have PBE access, you can go ahead and check that out, and not that anyone would really be bad on the PBE, but you can go ahead and give feedback to the rioters to see how they can improve the system. Maybe there's something that they're missing. First up on the changes list is Cho'Gath with his ultimate Feast. With the new changes on the PBE, if you kill an enemy champion with Feast, you'll gain 2 stacks instead of 1, and if you're already at max stacks, you'll heal. So it seems like a pretty awesome change for Cho'Gath. Big, menacing. When you get fed, you feel better, yeah. Kassadin's Netherblade active AP ratio has gone up, and the cooldown has gone down. Veigar's Dark Matter, his W, is going to do less base damage and have a lower AP ratio. Probably the biggest change in this rotation is Zilean's passive. Now, if you guys remember, some time ago, Riot was aiming to get rid of all of the passives, or at least change them up in ways so they wouldn't benefit the entire team for free. So his passive has been reworked to something called Time in a Bottle. Now, he'll store experience over the course of the game, and when an ally is ready to level up, he can donate extra experience to push them over that next level, giving their team an advantage. I can see this synergizing really well with Mord, and after Zilean has run out of experience to get, because when you donate experience, Zilean will also get experience, he'll be able to give more experience to the people who need it most. So that should be pretty interesting to see how that all works. Now guys, just a disclaimer, This is the PBE and all this stuff is subject to change, so just keep an eye out. If you'd like to see more information about this PBE cycle or any other PBE cycle, please visit surrenderat20.net. I really appreciate all you watching. This is going to do it for the first episode of the RUNBACK. Yup, I like that. I'll call it the RUNBACK. And hopefully I'll see you guys next PBE rotation, where I'll give you all the news that you guys might have missed or too lazy to read. I'm blakinola and I really appreciate you guys watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to check out my other content. And subscribe. If you have any feedback for me or about the show, whether you like it or hate it, things I can improve on, please leave a comment. I'll read everything and reply to who I can. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Really appreciate you guys watching. And until that time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is around the world. I'll see you next time.
Yes!